What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Scott Boys. Please don't be on mute. Please don't be on mute. It's not on mute. Good, thank God. Welcome back to Scott Boys. 1v1 League interviews this time. Last time we had Chris, and it was a good interview. It was a really good interview, really open. Really got to see some insight. This time, I'm sitting down with the man himself, second place. Michael, what's up, Michael?
Hi. Thanks for having me, Barry Jack.
No problem. So let's start off. Let me get my papers quickly.
Sure, no problem.
Week 1, right? Let's sit down here and let's think. Week 1. You versus Eddie. Did it go as you planned? Game 1 seemed to go as to plan, but game 2 seemed a bit more difficult for you in that first week. What was the thought process?
Well, when I came into this league, I thought it was going to be a massive skill gap, to be honest. I definitely thought there's a massive skill gap here. And that it'd be me and you, we run away with everything. And no competition, easy game, easy life. Game 1 really proved to be as I thought it would be. Easy game, easy life. It was easy. Game 2 I got shown up. And yeah, I may have won, but it was difficult, it was hard fought. And it's just a bit, I don't know, it's a bit, I got shocked really with the skill. There wasn't as big of a skill gap as I thought it would be.
So you picked up those 3 points, Michael. Going into week 2, you played Brandon. Another game you should have. This is a game you should have won, but you didn't. Games 1 and 3 openly saw that it was your mistake which allowed Brandon to win the set. Talk us through that.
Confidence. Overconfidence. I was demolishing him in game 1, and I let him kill me late game, and we was playing a hunter, so he killed my Phoenix quickly and killed a Titan before I was up. That's not something I can allow. Game 2, I walked over him. I didn't allow that. I put pedal to the metal. And I kept going. Game 3, I threw again. I went for a base race against a hunter with a Freya, and Freya doesn't do enough damage to objectives, if you get what I mean. Like, to beat a hunter. So it was very difficult for me to understand where I went wrong, but looking back at the VODs, I understand that where I went wrong, and I look to improve on that. And I learned that I need to be more ruthless, I need to close out games, instead of messing about.
Nice. Week 3. You walk into week 3 against me, and it was not a good week for you. What did you think was going to happen?
If I'm honest, I thought, when I said this, I thought me and you would run away with everything. I thought me and you would beat everybody else and split with each other, go like in the head-to-head 1-1. And it'd take us into like a sudden death where it could be anybody's. So I thought it was either I knew that whoever won this was not going to win the next one. And I was right. I was perfectly right. That's how it went. You won this one. 2-0, and I learned quite a bit from this, and I feel that this also helped me grow as well, because it helped me with a bit of positioning problems I had, which were really able to knock back into place.
At this point, Michael, you were sitting on 3 points out of available 9. It was not looking good for you, and like you admit that yourself, it wasn't looking very good for you. What can you honestly? What's what I'm looking for? What's your opinion? Like, what were you thinking when it wasn't going right?
I was thinking, oh, this is strange. They were scared to put me in it because they were scared I was going to beat everyone, and now I'm sitting, what, bottom? Well, second bottom. It wasn't going very well. Well, no, third bottom. But only behind you, Aaron, Brandon, you. It wasn't going very well. But I knew it would pick up at some point, and I'd start winning games, because I am good at the game. I'm mechanically skilled at this game. It's just why I'm mechanically gifted. And I know you're going to ask me about this, but I'm going to go straight into it. In week 4, I showed that against Chris, but Chris also showed some mechanical prowess as well. He's very mechanically gifted, he defeats himself. And that's what allowed me to win. There's not a big skill gap between me and Chris. I went on and beat him 2-1. And it was amazing. It was easy enough for me to easily go through there.
Week 5, Michael. Week 5. You walk into Aaron. Going into the week, you were both sitting on 9 points. Sorry. Going into the week, you were sitting on 6. He was sitting on 9. You win this, you go into second. What were you thinking going into this?
Don't fuck this up. That's what I was thinking. Do not fuck it up. If I lose this, it's going to take a miracle for me to finish in the top 2. And I didn't fuck it up. I 2-0'd him. I stomped him. It was revenge for my scrim partner, Brandon, who's sitting in chat. What up, Brandon? I was looking to... It was kind of revenge. But it was also for me.
With the 5 weeks over, Michael, you were sitting in second place on a head-to-head. I know that's not, probably not how you would have wanted to, and that's not how you would have wanted to go through, be sitting in second. I know you felt like you still had stuff to prove. And Eddie's first round against you, there was not much of a skill gap, like you said, in game 2. This time around, you just stepped it up. You went up at a gear that no one could handle. Eddie didn't get a kill against you.
Well, it's because like you said, I had stuff to prove, and I wasn't gonna just sit back and let him come on to me like I did in game 2 against him in the first week. I was gonna put pressure on him. I was gonna beat him, and I did. And that rolled on to Brandon, and I beat him. I got my revenge. I beat him. That rolled on to the 7th week against you, and I got my revenge. I've now beaten everybody in this league. Only me and you have beaten everybody. That's an achievement, I think, in itself.
Nice answer. Beautiful answer. You have 2 more weeks left to go. You've got Chris next week. You have Chris next week, and then you have Aaron to finish it off. Well, you have Chris this week coming up. What's the thought process?
Win. Win. That's all I have to say. Just win. 6 points. I thought on 24. I can still finish first. I'm not throwing this away.
Good answer. Group stages, though, Michael. Group stages. It looks like, from what it looks like right now, me and you are not going into the group stages, right?
Right?
It looks like it's going to be Aaron, Eddie, Chris, and Jojo is going to be going into the... Who many of you don't know, Jojo. I'll be interviewing Jojo next. Is a replacement due to Brandon having medical reasons not being able to play. What's gonna happen? Like, how do you think it's gonna go?
I think it's going to finish very awkwardly, but I think it depends on mindsets. If Chris's mindset's in a good place, I see Chris topping that group. Be it winning the group stages with Aaron second, Jojo third, Eddie fourth. If Chris's mindset's not good, it's going to go Aaron, Jojo, Chris, Eddie. There's no disrespect to Eddie. I think Eddie will grab points and he'll upset people, but like he'll get upsets and change positionings, but I don't see him coming off fourth.
So I believe currently it's me on the top side, you're on the bottom side. That would leave you with Jojo, or for you. So what do you think is going to happen?
Easy game, easy life. Yes, Brandon, easy game, easy life.
What? Okay, that was weird. But what do you think is going to happen? Like, so which one are you going for?
I'll go with the Aaron top one. I think's more realistic.
Okay. You versus... So me versus... So you versus... So I've got Jojo and Chris, you've got Aaron and Eddie. What's going to happen?
I think Chris 3-2's Jojo, to be honest. I really do. I think Chris 3-2's him. Or Jojo 3-2's. It's going to be a 3-2. It's going to be a best... It's going to go all 5 games, and it's going to be a very good set. But I think Aaron will 3-1 Eddie as well.
Okay, so which one are you going for more, the Chris, Jojo?
It doesn't really matter, because whoever you face, I think you're 3-0ing. You're 3-0, whoever you face.
Okay. And what about you?
I think I'll 3-1 Aaron. And then I'll 3-2 you in the final, I think. With the fifth game being easy game, easy life.
Oh, that's fucking that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny if you think you're gonna beat me again.
Done it before, I can do it again, my friend.
So the 5th, 6th match, obviously. Let's go back to the placement matches now. 5th, 6th, which will be, from what you said.
I'm gonna hit you there, because whoever faces Eddie, I think will beat him in that one game. I think we'll win, but it'll be very close. In the third, 4th match for money between Chris and Aaron, I think it'll be very close, but I think Aaron will 2-1. I think Aaron will take home the prize money.
Okay. Very interesting to hear you say that, Michael. Very interesting. So, for what you've heard, ladies and gentlemen, Michael's predictions are for the final of the circuit are... Go right ahead, Michael.
6th, Eddie. 5th, Jojo. 4th, Chris. 3rd, Aaron. 2nd, Jack. 1st, me. 3-2-2, me. Easy game, easy life, my friend. Long may it rain.
You are the actually cockiest person I've ever met, Michael. For fuck's sake, shut the fuck up, please. Actually, just shut up now. Now, anything else before? Would you like to say anything else before we go?
Shout outs to Brandon in the chat who knows what up. He knows I'm going to finish first. And looking forward to winning this tournament and the rest of this league. And looking forward to seeing what happens in the group stages. So, anything guys. Bye bye.
Right, guys. Stick around. Well, stick around for the video. Will come out again in about 5 minutes. Or no, the stream will be started, where we will be streaming the interview with the man himself, the new man in this league, Jojo. Stick around for that, boys, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Peace. Up.